A big problem I've seen crop up with people over the years is not having the energy to go to the gym, okay? And I think there's a bit of a common misconception when it comes to the concept of energy, all right? So you might think, you know, I've had a good night's sleep, I'm eating well, I should have the energy to do, you know, whatever I want. And that is true on some regard. You know, getting good sleep is going to help massively. Eating properly, very, very important to fuel your body. However, there is a missing concept that I don't think a lot of people get, and that is that energy is a habit, okay? Because how many times have you had a good night's sleep and still felt like you couldn't be arsed? Or how many times have you ate properly and still just felt like, nah, this isn't it, I'm not feeling it today? Probably loads, all right? So the way I want you to think about energy is that it is a habit. It isn't something that you just have. It's something that you can create through state management. Because let's be honest, nobody feels like going to the gym when they're sitting on the couch, relaxing, watching TV. You know, even if you've had the best sleep in the world, you've ate the most nutritious food in the world, you're sitting down, you're watching TV, you're not in that high energy state to actually follow through with that action, okay? So you have to start to think about energy as a concept of something that is created through momentum, through movement. You know, like the reality is, and this is pretty cliche, you know, the hardest rep is walking out the door to go to your session. And it is a bit cliche, but it's true. Of course, this session itself is going to be hard, but actually showing up is the hardest part. You know, once you're actually moving, once you've got the blood flowing around your body, you know, that energy is there, that workout is going to happen. But you know, when you're sitting watching a TV, when you're lying horizontally in bed, like, the last thing you want to be doing is training. So you have to actually get up, move your body, build some momentum, you know, move around, pack your gym bag, just get that momentum flowing, you know. Get in for a shower, get clean, you know, put on some good gym clothes. Once that momentum is flowing, you're going to have more energy, you're going to be in a different state, you're going to have literally changed your psychology through physiology, okay? So always think physiology first before psychology, all right? Move your body, get momentum. That is what actually changes the mindset. Think about mindset as the concept of setting your mind. It's not something that is always set in stone. It's something you actually have to work on every single day. You know, you have to set that mindset every day through movement, through momentum, through doing the do, all right? You don't just wake up and feel motivated. You have to do the things that switch you into that high energy state so you can actually follow through with the task at hand, whatever it may be, whether it's a gym workout, whether it's a work block, whether it's, I don't know, making content. You have to get into the state where you have high energy and you can actually do the thing. Because guess what? Nobody feels like doing anything when they're sitting on the couch watching Netflix or lying in bed scrolling on their phone. So get moving, build up some momentum, change your psychology through physiology, all right? And trust me, it's going to make a massive difference. Just remember that concept that energy is a habit.